Well, hello. This is Sunday the 19th of October 2022. I'm Liz. This is Soul Whispers. Thank you for joining me. And I'm very pleased to say the numbers are starting to grow on YouTube. So thank you for your support. And please ask me questions. I don't bite, contrary to belief. And I'm more than happy to answer. And if I can't answer, I will be truthful and say it's beyond my capability at this moment in time. But as you know, I'm not a professional in this. I am very dyslexic and I do struggle a little bit with reading. But, you know, we all have to start somewhere and we all have to take steps. And that's what today's about, really. So what's so special about Sunday the 19th? Which is kind of nearly, with Tuesday is the new moon. And if you've watched any of my social media posts, I've been putting a little bit of information. I've got a spider or something in my hair. Oh, those spider phobics out there, I can feel something crawling around on my head. You see anything? I can't see anything on the camera. I have been where there could be spiders, so maybe. All's welcome. Yes, so Sunday the 19th, we are quincunx with Saturn, 150 degrees. Saturn can be very destructive. It is in retrograde at the moment. So I would be very careful about deeper, meaningful conversations that you may wish to have with loved ones. I can still feel something on me. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to stop it and start it again. I've already done that once. Yes, so the energy, it could go two ways. You could have your deep and meaningful conversations today, but it may be that you have to have a pause. But keep it light, keep it loving. I've already been caught out. I thought I was going to have a nice quiet day today, and that's changed already, and there were still some interesting conversations had. Contrast, don't you love it? So we've got not full moon, we've got the micro new moon in, well, it's difficult because it's kind of in Libra, but it's also in Virgo. So on the 20th, it's in Libra, and on the 22nd, it's in Virgo. So a lot of criticism for this new moon. Yeah. And we've got lots of other planets in retrograde at the moment. Not Mercury, you'll be glad to know. Pluto is going to go direct. We've had Pluto in retrograde since May. So we've been definitely chasing our tails with Pluto since May. And it does kind of feel, how can I put it? You may be revisiting a lot of old ground and wondering why. You may be shining lights on shadows, bringing stuff out that has needed to be brought out for a long time. And you may be tested. So you may think you've got it all sorted, and then something happens that makes you think, oh no, I'm not there yet. And that's okay. That's really okay. The last 3 months of this year are going to be something else, planetary wise. You know, we've had 5 months of introspection, and if you do follow me on Facebook, what was the card I had earlier? I think it was introspection, wasn't it? I'm sure it was, actually. I've got the cards here. So they're listening, they're helping, they're introspection. We had that card. I did a very quick reading to introduce this today, and introspection came up. Introspection came up. Oh gosh, they're going everywhere now. What was that one? Introspection, vibrancy, and instigation. So introspection, instigation, vibrancy. All about creativity, don't you think? So, you know, these are the seeds. We are in a harvest time, but these are the seeds for the new season, aren't they? We're going into fallow land now with harvest and winter, But, you know, when spring comes round, what's going to germinate? What else can I say? Yeah, so 4 planets are in retrograde. We've got Saturn, Neptune, Chiron and Uranus. So it's slow down, slow down. And I've even had people say to me, Liz, you need to slow down. I even said that to my husband 2 hours ago. You need to slow down. Just pause. Just pause. Flick the switch. Pause. Words become things, remember. So I hesitate to say this bit, but if you don't pause, then you end up with a cold, or you twist your ankle, or something breaks down, or you get miscommunication. We're not in Mercury retrograde. I can't think when that is. I'll put that in the chat part, in the comment. No, it's not comments. Description. Yeah. But in that introspection that we've had for 5 months since May with Pluto, we've also had a massive growth time. You can't have not grown. You know, you're not the person you were yesterday, and you're certainly not the person, you haven't met the person you are tomorrow. And that's all the rich tapestry of being a starseed in a meat suit on planet Earth, isn't it? That's why we're here. So, yeah, I would say this year so far, and by the time we get to December, you are going to feel that you've been beyond your limit in some shape or form. So I think from now, while we're in these really big moons and planetary movement, I think just take baby steps, just one step each day, and reclaim your energy as much as you can. I was outside this morning, bare feet. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly, but it weren't that bad. Actually, I did have socks on this morning, so it wasn't so bad. But I was thinking it was just beautiful out there. The morning dew, a few stars still up because I was quite early. And yeah, I just thought today's going to be a nice day, I hope. I hope today's going to be a nice day. It's a quieter day than yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. All my animals were kicking off yesterday for no apparent reason. They just all had a voice and they wanted to voice it. So what else can I tell you? Yes, we've had Pluto retrograde from the 4th of May until the 13th, 14th of October. So that's now stopped. Neptune's retrograde, 4th of July till December the 10th. Watery. I've now got a flood in my office. So I've got to get that sorted tomorrow. I've just got buckets and towels down at the moment. Saturn retrograde, 12th of July until the 27th, 28th of November. So there's a lot going on, deep healing, you know. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot. What else have I missed off? Don't mess with Saturn. You can't win today. Don't try and win. Just let it go. Just let it go today. Mark it in your diary for another conversation later on. Yeah, so I think this Tuesday is pretty much about know thyself. You know, congratulate yourself on the journey that you've had since May with Pluto and with all those other planets being in retrograde as well. And you may feel after Tuesday, you may feel a little lighter, that you're not carrying so much of a load. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, I've already had one card given to us today that's come up in the reading already, and I didn't plan this reading until like 5 minutes before I was due to record it. So that's music to my ears that we are being given the right information. I fancied a little bit of Nordic, magical Nordic tarot today. I just feel like we're heading towards that time, aren't we? How do you pronounce it? Hungy. Cozy, comfort. I would very much like there to be some snow this year. because I just feel that when you have a blanket of snow, it just cleanses everything for a little while. Oh. And don't forget, we've got October energy with the thinning of the veil. I had a really nice description of that today, where a lady, she was an Irish lady, and she was very nicely saying that the real message of Samhain, Halloween, is more to do with the fact that we're going into winter, and before we had supermarkets and cosy houses and a lot of stuff that we don't really need. It was a time that some people didn't survive winters. So the veil was thin. Their ancestors were on their minds because they didn't know if they were going to make it till spring. Would they freeze? Would they run out of food? Would they hurt themselves, slip, fall, get eaten by other animals that were hungry? So it's, it's massive, massive. But we've forgotten all of that. And now we put it down to spooky things, don't we? And sharing, we do a bit of sharing. I think we do a bit of sharing over Halloween. And it's really close to bonfire night, which is another sharing night, isn't it? Fires and chatter and food and drink and excitement. So just bear that in mind this Halloween, that, medievally, in medieval times, there was a lot of emphasis on where we're going to survive the winter. Anyway, let's do a nice card from the Magical Nordic Tarot, written by Jayne Wallace. Be inspired by Nordic legends and explore your past, present and future. Yes, please. Let's see if we get given a nice card this morning. I haven't introduced my friends, have I? Seraphina, my whale, I love my whale, and my little hare. So this is a Welsh hare, Roselli or Preseli stone. This one is something like eucalyptus, and it glows. I think I've shown you that before, haven't I? So in UV light, it glows orange. It's really lovely. This one is seraphinite. It's a green seraphinite. And this beauty has got everything in there. She's lovely. I love her. Mainly things like amber, turquoise, coppers. What else has she got in there? Garnet. Citrine. I'm trying to think now. Loads in there. Lovely lady called Babs. Resonate. She made that for me. I love her. Yes, I've got a little bit of her in my purse actually. Right, here's one. Oh, there's 2, 3. Okay. These 2 are first. Oh, they're upside down. Oh, I'll have to keep them upside down now because it's tarot, isn't it? So we've got 10 of Swords, completion. Yeah, but 9 is the completion number. And we've got 9 of Swords, mental conflict. So the 9 of Swords in the usual tarot deck, it normally means that nightmares have left, they've gone. And then the 10 of Swords, completion. So how am I going to do this? How can you see the cards if I put them there like that? And then the last one that we were given, Ace of Swords, clarity. But these are upside down. So let's see what that tells us. You know what I didn't put on the table? It's here somewhere. I'm sure it is. There it is. My eyes. Doesn't get any better, does it? I've got a cough as well. That's great, isn't it? Okay, so 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. And 10 of Swords. Oh, sorry, you all fell down again. Perhaps that box not quite big enough. Let's do it. Oh, that box would be better. Let's do this box. It's not liking it. Okay, so 9 of Swords, keywords, mindset, fear, anxiety, recuperation. So that fits with what we were just talking about, really, doesn't it? So 9 of Swords symbolises the dark night of the soul. It represents a time when your mind becomes your enemy and negative thoughts follow you around like shadows. We talked about the shadows too. Sleepless nights and fearful outbursts are likely, and feeling of guilt, remorse, regret could invade your mind like a Nordic army. A loved one's distress may also weigh on your shoulders heavily, and the crosses that you bear professionally and personally could seem too heavy to carry. What did I say? After the full moon, the new moon, you'll feel lighter. Okay, so just hold on to that thought if you are feeling like this. Lighter, feel, heavy to carry. Pause, breathe, and come back to the present. Each slow steps. Your anguish may be strong, but your resilience of spirit is stronger. Breathe. You can see why I did my little tinctures before I started this, can't you? Right, 10 of Swords. Endings, transition, release, freedom. Known as the card of goodbyes, the 10 of Swords marks the end of an era, or an end of one era and the start of another, and that's exactly where we're at. Lots of drama can be expected as bridges are burnt and bonds are broken. Events will unfold swiftly and boldly, leaving no room for wishful thinking or doubt. A relationship could end abruptly. A friend might be in your life one minute and out the next. Betrayal in love, friendship, and work are possible, and a hurtful truth could break your heart but clear your vision. Look forward rather than backwards. If it should have been, it would have been. Learn from it and move on. Okay, what was the other one? That was the Queen, wasn't it? What was that one? Ace. I'm just going to lay them down because I don't want to stay up. Right, so Ace. Page. Ace. 10. And it's gone that way because it has Ace. Keywords: cutting through, structure, stability, victory. So this is good, isn't it? Because this was the card that came last, so it kind of fits. The Ace of Swords is the Tarot's green light. Matthew McConaughey, green light. If you've been waiting for a sign to do something, this is it. From writing a book, I always get this, and I've got 2 books waiting to be finished, but it always says writing a book. So I always wonder if that could be a clue to me, but I bet there's a few other people out there with a few books sitting in their files that haven't been finished. Yeah. Writing a book, to starting a business. Now is the time to stop wishing and start doing. A card of acting rather than dreaming. It empowers you to rely on yourself rather than the universe or other people to create your life that you want. Now, this is a thing. Manifesting is a thing, but you still have to get off your ass and do something. You know, it's not going to knock on the door and say, here I am. You've got to put things into motion for them to germinate and grow. Yeah. And if you want them to bear fruit, It can't be a 2-minute wonder. You've got to put the time in. Right, so others and cut ties with anyone who poisons your spirit, or who never gives but loves to receive. Oh, I've had loads of those and they've all gone. Protect your energy. That's what it said on my board when I was reading it out earlier. Protect your energy. So that's a good start, isn't it? Because it actually resonates with what we've already mentioned. I'll try and leave them there. Okay. So what else do we want? I did want to do a crystal reading today. I just feel my crystals can help. So, and if I get rhodonite again, I don't know what to say, because I seem to get it every time I draw these cards. It's either rhodonite or rhodocronite, or whatever you call it. Either way, let's see what we get. Let's have them the right way out. It's a good start, isn't it? Okay. Crystals. Don't underestimate your crystals. Really don't underestimate your crystals. They have a part to play, and I think, without sounding a bit twee, they've always had a part to play. Oh, there we go. Let's have that one. Green Adventurine. I've been wearing a lot of this recently. Don't know about anybody else. So what does it say? Where's my little Green Adventurine? Might be able to do that actually. So, keyword, earthly, or vibration is earthly. Infinite possibility. There we go. Yeah, everything's still the wrong way round. If you know how to change that, can you let me know? I don't know if I'm supposed to do it on my camera, on the device, or whether I do it through what I'm using. I probably do it on my camera, don't I? I might look at that later on. Okay, Green Adventuring increases confidence and brings out leadership qualities. Boom, there you go. But also teaches that you do not have to be successful in the eyes of the world to enjoy a fulfilling life. There's your green light for go, isn't it? This crystal assists you in recognising and overcome any inner feelings of lack that may be holding you back. It stimulates perception and helps you to assist alternatives and possibilities, especially those presented by other people. If you need to step outside of your comfort zone, Green Adventuring increases your confidence and helps you to become your true self. Green Adventuring protects and heals the heart, circulating under the left armpit, removes hooks from past... that's interesting. I'll have to divulge now, won't I? Circulating under your left armpit removes hooks from past relationships. After COVID, it was about 2021. I had to move the ponies up to another paddock, and my little tiny pony, who I thought would be the easiest, had me on my back, and I saved myself with this arm. And ever since then, the left, I've felt, and because all my COVID jabs are in this arm, I've felt like it's been sore, that I've got a lump under. I haven't, but it just feels like the muscle's not quite right under there. It's quite a weak left arm since then. So I need to do that now, don't I? See, they just give you, sorry, they just give you clues all the time. And I've been wearing Adventurine as well. I haven't got it here at the moment. It's in my bedroom. Yeah, hooks and past relationships. Body. Spleen, eyes, kidneys, adrenal glands, lungs. Oh, sinuses, a bit aware of some of that now then. Heart, muscular system, blood pressure, spirit. Activates and protects the heart chakra because it's green. Green, opaque, speckled with shiny particles. It is a beautiful, beautiful stone actually. Green Adventurine. There we go. Good. And it wasn't rhodonite, so that's even better. Quick slurp of tea. Right, where do we want to go now? Earth magic? Let's have a look at Earth Magic. These are, I love these. I love all the cards, but I do love these ones. So Earth Magic is Stephen Farmer. I've used these a lot, haven't I? But they were all in a little stack today, and I just thought, yeah, they're all relevant. Really relevant. We're kind of in the spotlight at the moment, aren't we? Interstellar-wise. And I don't know how anyone else feels about the activities that are going on. By spring, you are going to have a rebirth. Spring equinox. Okay, let's have a look then. Spring equinox, which is it March or April? March, isn't it? March is equinox. What did it say? Spring equinox. Rebirth. Spring equinox of S. Tree. Tsunami. We don't want any of those. Going the wrong way. Is that it? Spring equinox. Rebirth. The spring equinox is also called the vernal equinox. Yeah, I was right, March. So it occurs on the 20th, 21st in the northern hemisphere and September the 20th, 21st in the southern hemisphere. This is the point when the sun crosses the plane of the equator and day and night are the same length across the planet. Mother Earth is pregnant and is birthing once again. Crops can once again be planted. This card features a rendition of Oistra. I can't even say that word, Oistra. Sometimes spelled Oistra or Easter, as in Easter. A Germanic goddess of spring. Oistra is also a Northern European name for Astarte, which means womb. There is a goddess, Astarte. I won't get into that now. Which is interesting because it means womb and is another name for Venus and the goddess of love, passion and creativity. We've got a lot of Venus love around at the moment. Good, because we need it with Saturn banging about. The Christian holiday of Easter stems from the goddess, and in this card we see some archetypal symbols of spring equinox and that represent rebirth of the world, such as rabbits, eggs, flowers, and indeed the time for renewal. You thought this passage, you thought this passage that you have been through would never end. Bless you. Big hugs. Because it kind of feels like that, and I think that's what this is about, that we're going to come to the change in a path, different drum beat, if you know what I mean. Just as certain as the light, and actually I could, as I sit here and I read that, I can probably, most of my friends have gone through something that has come to an ending, or is coming to an ending right now. An endurance, a marathon of sorts. And I suppose if you think from May right through, it probably is like that actually. Yeah, and I could say the same for me in a way. Just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes a return, and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all her many forms, shapes and colours that remind us of the continual cycles of Mother Earth. This cycle of rebirth, we're in that rebirth now, aren't we, with Aquarius, that you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Any tears that you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest, so that a fresh and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. Sometimes birth can be painful, particularly in the passage just before delivery, yet what emerges can be fresh and beautiful. But with the emergence of this next cycle, with faith and grace. Oh my God. You couldn't write that, could you? With what we're going through globally at the moment, I think we're probably gonna walk into 2026 not totally okay, but with hope for change. And spring is going to mark that growth of hope for change. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Right, okay. I'm going to do trees now. I felt very close to trees just lately. Probably because they're going into their rest period now, aren't they? And the leaves are falling. You get peppered with acorns. It's been a mast year as well. But being peppered with acorns up our road as you're walking up to the field and stuff. Ooh, I thought that might happen. Has been a little interesting and slightly unnerving. Because they can give you a real wallop. I had a friend, she's probably going to watch this, but she said that she got walloped by an acorn from the top of her head. Not a nice experience. Okay, my little tree friends, the Tree Angel Oracle deck. Can you give us something to ponder? I had to cut my wisteria down to, look, they're not letting me do it today. I had to cut my wisteria down. And a lot more of it was cut off than I would have liked, to be fair, because it's not quite the time to cut wisteria. I'm a little bit worried about it now. Yeah, you know what, talk to me. I don't blame you, to be honest. Right, I'll do one more shuffle. Right, we're gonna have to, I can see there is one there. Oh, I've got it. Actually, I've got two. What does it say? I'm a bit nervous about doing it myself, to be fair. Oh, we've had that before. The pipal tree and hornbeam. I've got hornbeams. Ooh, quite like that. 5, 6, 7. And 5, pipal tree. I had the pipal tree before. Right, so I'll look at that first. Pipal tree. Yep, they've all gone. Right, so pipal tree, and that was 32. Pear. Pipal. Many hundreds of years before Gautama Siddhartha found enlightenment beneath the pipal tree, after which he became the Buddha, and the tree became known as the Bo, or the Bodhi tree, or the tree of enlightenment. It was already the most sacred tree in India, the most divine essence of Brahma, the immortal, which no one could grasp as it is being itself, came into matter through the tree. This makes the pipal an incarnation of a tree of life itself, giver of well-being, master of thousand songs, leader of the wise, Vedic, or Vedic, not Vedic, Vedic. The angel Pipal is an avatar who calls upon us to stop and meditate. This angel is the door to spiritual freedom, true inspiration and wisdom. It even makes complete inner freedom, that is, enlightenment, possible. The Pipal also symbolises divine omnipresence, meaning in truth that the whole earth is sacred. Never forget that this is not about your enlightenment, which could miss the point altogether. Look at a single Pipal leaf and then see the tree in its entirety. Look at one person and see the planet, or one thing in the planet. Turning away from the spiritual potential that lies within us and within nature leads to superficiality, can't say it, and materialism, and even more so to separation and loneliness. Human beings and the earth are injured, degraded, and desecrated. Wow. Turning away from the spiritual potential that lies within us and within nature leads to superficiality and materialism, and even more so to separation and loneliness. Human beings and the earth are injured, degraded, and desecrated. Quite a while back, Nick and I, my husband and I, went through a stage on a Saturday of doing something together, which usually entailed going up to the Norwich, our local town, city, and just wandering around the shops, grabbing a bite to eat and just spending time together, really. But the material side of doing that and always coming back with bags of stuff, when we got to COVID and we weren't able to do it, and then it all lifted, didn't it? We were allowed to go out and do stuff again. I don't think we've ever really, unless it's for necessity, birthdays or Christmas or something, we've never gone back to just go and idly shop unless we needed something. Which isn't good news for the shops, but also I think there has been a massive shift in how we think about how we spend our time, how we spend our money, and the possessions that we bring home. It's quite interesting, isn't it? And actually wandering around aimlessly, and you look at all of those people and nobody talks to each other or looks at each other, it does kind of feel that that's what that's about. Okay, the second card was Hornbeam. It's a lovely bush tree, Hornbeam, isn't it? Which is 25, beach, Hornbeam. I get the lovely, it's Copper Beach, isn't there? And there's Hornbeam. They're very similar. No, I think hornbeams keep their leaves, don't they? Let's have a look. So at the centre of every truly sacred place, we are awakened to a new level of consciousness, a new way of being. This is where humans can relate to other realms within the multidimensional universe. Sacred places are spiritual gateways. At times, accessing these gateways is an arduous task demanding great concentration and constant flow of pure energy. Sacred places such as temples are surrounded by protective walls and to facilitate this. Stone walls are very effective, but stone is also dead material and can shut out the outside world too much. The best protection screen for a sanctuary is a living hedge, and in temperate climates, hawthorn and hornbeam are ideal. Hornbeam protects the sacred grove and is the true keeper of mysteries. It is a mature and measured warrior with many more qualities than the modest manner would suggest. Hornbeam protects our spiritual motives, gives us insight and self-awareness, and imparts good sense and sincere intentions. Sincerity. There's a lot of people that's lost sincerity nowadays, isn't there? We'll ponder that, shall we? For the hornbeam to live a simple and modest life is enough, like a Zen master living in the maxim, before enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. Doing a lot of chopping wood and carrying water just lately. Practical and with secure roots, it knows its job and finds fulfillment in the task itself. Hornbeam is the silent servant and serves the silence. Is the silent servant and serves the silence. Spirit is the master, and the hornbeam guards the master's chamber. If an angel of hornbeam is expected, if an angel of hornbeam is expelled from its rightful place, we cannot perceive boundaries, with the results that we ignore the needs of others to have their own space. Furthermore, we begin to deny the spiritual aspect of nature. Interesting. Right, the oracle. Most holy sanctum, innermost kernel, for which you are ready to die, for which you are not ready to live. Protect the flame. You are the guardian of the mysteries, wisdom's silent servant. I like that. There we go. So, a little bit of trees for us. We'll keep looking at the Magdalene Oracle. I think we'll do that one next. How are we doing for time? Yep, should be all right. If we just do one card from this one and one card from Shaman Dreams, and then we'll do the tarot properly. Shall I move that? Because it's sort of sitting in the way, isn't it? Right. Every time I've picked the cards up today, they've been upside down. Maybe because I'm opening the boxes that are facing the camera. Okay. If you can hear a funny noise in the background, it's my cat snoring. He has a bit of nasal trouble. What you can hear is him snuffling. Right, so this is Magdalene Oracle Guidebook. I don't know who it's written by. It just says Blue Angel. Oh, Toni, Carmine, Salerno. Toni, Carmine, Salerno. Get my words out today. All right. I think I'm going to go for these. Is it one or is it just one? The real you. I'm sure there's two there. There is. The real you. We've had rebirth. We've got the real you and resurrection. Wow. The real you and resurrection. Okay. I can't remember if these are quite long in verse. The real you. Oh, come on. Real you. Okay, so they are together, but they were stuck together, so I don't think that they've been parted since I've had the deck. Interesting. So they've been waiting for this moment. The real you. As humans, we are so attached to our physical world that we often lose sight of our true nature, don't we just? In attaching your identity and sense of worth to worldly status and achievements, you have lost touch with the real you. Sometimes inside you yearns to reconnect. Pay attention to your feelings and start to reclaim the many beautiful qualities that you possess, including the unique qualities that you have for so long repressed and ignored. Light up and have fun. Laughter is the best medicine for you at this time. Let go of all you think is right and wrong, and you will think you should have. Let go. Where's it gone? Let go of all you think is right and wrong, and all you think you should do, and just be you. As your true nature emerges, you'll feel inspired and discovered a new way of looking at life. In turn, you will achieve greater success and feel a greater sense of fulfillment. Nurture yourself physically, spiritually, and emotionally. There is so much to be grateful for and so much in life to explore. Oh my God, yeah. 100%. The resurrection. It may seem like nothing is going your way at the present. I might send this to a few people. A vision, plan or dream seems to be fading beyond your reach, and this has left you feeling confused and disheartened. Yet a higher force lovingly governs every event in your life. This force is the light of your soul, which is full of infinite wisdom. The disappointment you presently feel is your soul's way of helping you to reassess your plan. Your dream is vivid and your dream is valid and sound, and you deserve to see fulfilled. Take heart in that. However, actualizing your dream may require a change of plan or approach. Check to see if the plan you have adopted truly aligns with your values and your heart. A new approach will soon become evident, and approach that will feel right in every way. So don't give up now. Keep an open mind, and you will accomplish all that you have ever hoped for. New inspirations are often born amid despair, and sometimes we surrender our old ways of thinking before a new way is possible. Ask and it is given. I mean, I could stop right there, couldn't I? Ask and it is given. Oh, somebody just walked through the door. I think that's probably my daughter. Hello, darling. Right, so let's do Shaman Dreams now then, and then we'll do the tarot. Very powerful cards, those two. I hope the person that needs to see that sees it. I think there might be a few. Okay, Shaman Dreams by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Barron Reid. I might have to move my little Whaley because I keep thinking I'm going to knock her off. I wonder how many people that listen to this have ever just picked up a random stone they just like the look of. I do. They don't always have, oh, I still forgot. They don't always have holy stones or holes in. I've picked some up that look like black marbles. There's 2 of them. And I just held one in each hand and I could feel energy. So I kept them. They cost me absolutely nothing. Right. Yeah. Okay, that's the one. That is the one. 7, 8, 9. Heart, Home, Compassion. It's a 9 card. They're getting better. Right. 27. 27. Doing all right because the puppy hasn't woken up yet. Zula's been quite quiet as well. She's been enjoying having the puppy here. Yeah, and everything outside is quiet. Val's quiet. Do I talk it up? Probably. Right, 27, Heart, Home. Love in its truest form, compassion. When you begin to feel like you do not belong anywhere, it's time to make your way back. Make your way back to your heart home. This is your true home. You are being called back to the quiet place where your soul resides. Put everything on hold for a short while. You are being offered the experience of love in its purest form, unconditional and unbounded. It is not the love that you must work hard to earn or bear barter for. Drop into your heart's space and rest there for a breath or 2. Place the judgment of yourself and others with compassion. Replace the judgment of yourself and others with compassion. Really, it is that easy when Heart Home shows up. There is no need to forgive anyone for anything. None of it occurred. In spiritual truth, it is only your belief in that story that makes it so powerful. Yeah. And then you attract more of it and it just keeps showing up, which reiterates, what you thought in the first place. Allow your love to wash clean all those imperfections. Empty yourself from all judgment and perceptions and allow spirit to fill you with the sweetest nectar of peace. When Heart Home shows up, it is imperative that you heed its call, lest the universe orchestrate a way to bring you back to yourself that is of the harshest. Shall I read that again? When Heart Home shows up, it is imperative that you heed its call, lest the universe orchestrate a way to bring you back to yourself that is of a harsher nature. You don't want to be harsh. We all hit harsh point. I think old women of a certain age can become quite harsh, can't they? And I know I found myself doing the same thing, and it's not with grace, is it? We're all a work in progress. Right, last card now then, the tarot. Let's see how many we get given. We've got 4 minutes. So we're keeping it to an hour. We're doing all right. I'm quite liking the hour-long reading. I think that's long enough. And of course, when you're watching it, you can save it in a certain place, can't you? And come back to it. You don't have to listen to it all in one go. But I know when I listen to mentors who I follow and they have hour-long videos, I do often just have it playing in the background while I'm doing a job. Because you don't have to see. If you want to look at the cards, you can stop and have a look. I know, Zila, you just heard Emily, come back, didn't you? Do you think you should come out? Right, we've got one. Oh, wands. So we've got the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. It might require another answer. Let's have a look. It's getting dark, isn't it? Opened it straight to the right page. It was the right way round. This is the card of movement, action, excitement. We're back to that. And I had that this morning, actually. Things happen rapidly and succeed is assured. Follow through on what you've already put in motion and start planning new goals. Upright. You have shot your arrows into the air and they are speeding towards a target. Now is the time for action, for initiating the next phase of your enterprise. Green light to go. We're finishing on a green light. This may involve air travel or other movement. It's an exciting and hopeful period when you are likely to be extremely busy. Didn't I say slow down? Positive things are rapidly unfolding. Establish the roles that you want to play and let go of the ones that no longer suit you. Is that enough? I think that's enough for today, because my little doggy needs to go out. Not the puppy, the other one. Be kind to yourself, people. You know, Saturn, Sun, quincunx, I have to be careful how I say that, 150 degrees. Very destructive energy, and it's around for a bit longer. When did I say it goes? Saturn is up until the 27th, 28th of November. I'm not saying anymore. I'm just going to leave it there, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you for the full moon in 2 weeks' time. Okay, bye-bye.